Hello everyone, welcome to the Loddon Valley Leisure Centre. It is BCB action on a Saturday night here in the heart of Berkshire as the Aldermore Reading Rockets take on the Hemel Storm. We'll do our starting fives quickly as we are approaching tip-off. Jack Borknight, Victor Olarerin, Malik Bryant, Ty Nasangu and Cooper Creek starting for the Rockets. For the Hemel Storm, it'll be Matt Norman, Braden Inga, Sam Newman, Darian Nelson Henry and Kai Walker. As we are now set for tip-off, John Hobbs, and for the first time this season on the commentary booth, Mo Adepojo, a Division 2 player and coach of the Reading Rockets, has joined me in the absence of Charlie Haynes, who is in Worthing coaching at a junior game. Mo, welcome to the broadcast booth, and two teams that have produced feisty affairs, shall we say, over the years.
Yeah, thank you. I'm grateful to be here. I appreciate the opportunity, and yeah, we're due for a good one today. Hemel Storm versus, the red hot Reading Rockets. It'll be special. It'll be special.
And the starting fives now on the floor. Hemel in their blue kit and Reading in the hometown black kit. Our three officials assigned this contest: crew chief Luke Doe, umpire Lewis Walker Everton and Tim Routledge, as Ty Nasangu and Darian Nelson Henry will jump it off, and Reading will get the first possession of the contest with Borknight. Here is Bryant.
Miscommunication on the ball reversal. We're looking inside for Victor Olarerin.
And Olarerin driving to the cup and gets the first score of the game over Braden Inga. Newman, who leads the BCB in assists.
Yeah, having a stellar season this season with distributing the ball with 10 assists this season.
Yeah.
Nice finish.
There's Inga with the score inside, so both teams getting comfortable on the offensive side in their first possessions. Here is Nasangu at the top, Borknight now at the wing.
Running the same play again. Let's see if we get the same result.
Borknight driving, finds an open Olarerin a three. That's off the back iron. Nasangu, well, the ball is batted around like a hot potato, and Kai Walker comes up with it. Hemel have the numbers, offensive foul. Borknight was all alone on the defensive end, got his body in the way, and too much for Kai Walker. That's an offensive foul. 1000%.
Kai, 3v1 on downhill, and Kai tries to go himself. But on the offensive, for end for the Reading Rockets, clean open look for Victor Olarerin. I know Coach Salmon will be happy about that.
Of course, these two teams last season near the top of what was the NBL Division 1 before the transformation of the BCB. So a big game tonight for both of these teams, even though they're on opposite ends of the spectrum in the standings. As inside, Norman gets it to go, and you can put him at the line.
Another steal for Sam Newman. He's averaging 2.3 steals this year. Great activity, also with another assist as well. So Sam Newman's getting in busy.
And another player that you know now, obviously with your time at Essex Rebels, Sam Newman, a player that you know very well.
Yes, me and Sam, we played at Essex before. Sam, yeah, great player, great understanding, great IQ, knows how to run a team. He's having a great year this season.
And Matt Norman, 16 points in Hemel's last game, a defeat to the London Cavaliers in what was Taylor Johnson's final game, as Hemel now get used to life without Taylor Johnson. Here is Nasangu bumping at Nelson Henry.
Unlucky.
But short with the hook. Rebound. Newman. Walker on the spin, loses the ball. Here is Borknight. Reading looking to push the tempo early. Creek baseline. And it's rebounded and collected by Newman.
Not too many of those. Cooper likes that sweet spot on a short corner mid-range, so Nelson Herbert wide open down low.
Nelson Henry missing the two inside. And here is Borknight.
Look for him to be aggressive on this early pick and roll.
Borknight doesn't use the pick and roll. Olerarin at the top drives and doesn't get to fall in heavy rush hour traffic.
Sam Newman in transition, there we go.
Easy finish for Inga. Lovely find from Sam Newman.
Out in transition, Sam Newman, he really thrives in transition. When he gets downhill, look for his teammates. That's another example of that.
Sam Newman already with 2 assists. Here is Bryant at the elbow. Goes inside and gets the teardrop.
Hey, another basket for Malik. He's actually shooting 60% from 2-point range this year.
Really consistent player, as you said, 60% inside. Newman, open lane.
Scoring, but we got better on the trouble call. Thus far, 7 points he has got. He had 16 last week against the Cavaliers. Borknight to the
score. That's money in Jack Barnight's eyes. Great shot.
Especially with a 3-point shooter as hot as Jack's Borknight, 38%, nearly 39% from downtown this season, and Sam Newman in trouble, and here is Olerarin, and to the races, Victor Olerarin.
A little miscommunication offensively down there for Hemel. On another turnover.
They lose the ball again as Dejani Parkinson there losing control, and Bryant gets it to fall.
Malik Bryant, he loves to get downhill in transition. He thrives. Good early points for him in the first quarter.
And Reading have made their last 4 field goal attempts. And an 8-second violation has been called against Hemel. That's 3 straight turnovers for the Storm, as Sam Newman just a little too relaxed going up court.
I know that surprised Sam. He wasn't expecting that 8-second call. You know, he's just getting warm.
It's very rare that you see an 8-second violation with not really much pressure on the ball handler.
1,000%. He wanted to take his time on that one, set up the team.
There is Borknight. Chamberlain looking to set the screen. Nelson Henry there to help. Borknight open. Cooper Creek, a 3, rattles it in.
It's interesting. They were trying to force over that forcing miscommunication. Weak side 3.
What a spin and a score from Braden Ingle. What a first quarter he's having. He has 9. And we're tied at 14. Borknight. Great footwork. Fade away is money.
He loves that move. It wasn't turn around, get over his right shoulder. Beautiful move by Jack.
Parkinson sees some daylight, kicks it out. Norman, a 3, corner pocket.
Hemel will get some good looks here in the first quarter. Attacking downhill, getting some wide open threes.
Well, Hemel are a perfect 2 for 2 from downtown. Reading 2 for 3. It's been a good shooting performance.
for 3.
And Olerarin can't add to that. And Dejani Parkinson gets it.
See Sam in transition looking to distribute the ball. He goes another 3.
Inga a 3 in and out, and it's rebounded by Creek.
Look for Jack Barnard to be aggressive here. He's been getting 2 feet in the paint every time he touches the ball.
Jack Borknight back-to-back 30-point games before last week. Only had 12 against Loughborough, but was a fantastic playmaker, had 6 assists, got 2 steals. Mismatch here with Nelson Henry, a 3.
They see the switch, you see the switch. Nelson Henry doesn't want to put any ball pressure on, he hits the 3. Great decision.
Inga, who has the hot hand, gives it up to Parkinson. Dejani Parkinson gives it up, and Nelson Henry is fouled by Chamberlain, so Darian Nelson Henry will go to the strike.
Hey, Jax Burner having a great first quarter. He looks to be aggressive, getting downhill, attacking mismatches. He's off to a great start.
Storm with an opportunity to tie the game up. Loddon Valley, you know what to do.
And a home debut incoming for Yusuf Seller as he replaces Jax Borknight, who comes, Victor Olarerin, who comes out. Jax Borknight did go to the bench, but has come back onto the floor. As Darian Nelson Henry heads to the strike and misses the first. Hemel, you know, for them being on a 3-9 record in the BCB, 4 straight losses, they actually lead the league in 3-throw percentage. It's just on 79%.
And Nelson Henry shooting 70% from the free throw line, so plenty of free throws they want to have in this game. So also set up their defense as well. So.
And Nelson Henry will come out as Veronese checks in. Of course, Reading fans know Veronese very well, a product of Ipswich, former Barking Abbey and Worthing Thunder man. Here is Borknight. Putting the Jets on, but too quick for his own good. And there to pick up the pieces was Tyler Sangu. Maybe a pass, maybe accidental, but hey, they all count.
All count, all count. But again,
that's a backcourt violation, as Sam Newman passed it to Dejani Parkinson, who was still in his own half.
1,000%. I mean, two careless turnovers here in the first quarter. I know coach won't be happy about that. But again, Jax Burner getting downhill into the teeth of the defense, again creating for others. You know, so hey, I think for the Hemel's defense to then actually guard Jax Burner's creation. It's one thing they'll be talking about in the timeout.
And so far, so good for Reading. It has been a very fast-paced first 7 minutes. Those 7 minutes have just flown by, haven't they? But some big news today for the Rockets, of course. They're playing a doubleheader. They played Hemel tonight, of course, and tomorrow they head over to Rivermead, where they will play the Derby Trailblazers. But there is some significance now for the Reading Rockets, given that Newcastle Knights, the league leaders, lost today to the London Cavaliers. So if the Reading Rockets win both of their games this weekend, they're joint top of the BCB. So a huge initiative here for the Aldermore Reading Rockets.
1,000%. And also added a caveat to that as well, where Reading Rockets play Derby Trailblazers tomorrow.
Yeah.
So both Newcastle losing today and Derby Trailblazers losing yesterday to Nottingham Hoods. We're in for a very exciting second part of the season for the BCB.
Well, we welcome you all to the BCB YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday night. Aldermore Reading Rockets with a slender 3-point advantage with 3:08 to play here in the first period.
Jax Burner come off the high pick and roll. Swings to Yusuf, pull up mid-range.
And Seller misses the 2 inside, and there on the following, the Sangu doesn't get the fall. And this time he gets it at the second attempt and a foul.
Now it's key for Hemel Storm to make sure they get a rebound with the smaller group, with Nelson Henry being off the floor. So this is a key part for Hemel Storm in this last 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Tying the Sangu going to the stripe.
The Sangu will go to the stripe to try and complete the 3-point play.
Tying the Sangu didn't actually feature last week against the Loughborough Riders. Now back here tonight, and what a presence he is for the Rockets. Of course, a former London Elite and Worthing Thunder guy. Didn't get many minutes whilst he was with Thunder and really excelled when he came closer to home with Elite, and now he's just making a name for himself with the Rockets. Here is Ezzy. Lovely pass inside, and Gianni Parkinson. The whistle is gone. I think there was a foul in there. There's Luke Doe. Blows the whistle in good position. Luke Doe and Cooper Creek, two native Australians, so there is some presence from down under here in Reading tonight.
1,000%. Sam Newman passes the ball to Ryan Kai Walker on the block.
Kai Walker putting the moves and kicks it out to Newman. Catch and shoot with 4 to shoot. Doesn't get the fall. Ezzy on the follow. And that's no good. And there to pick up the loose pieces in for the first time, merging Sokoli. Chamberlain.
Simon Chamberlain for 3.
Chamberlain nails a 3.
I know Simon Chamberlain, I know that's a good look, he can't pass up.
Ezzy. Parkinson from the wing, short, and now Reading.
Victor for the races. Oh, stolen by Sam
away
Newman.
by Newman, yeah, stolen away by Newman. And there is Walker with the easy score.
That's the brilliance of Sam Newman, getting his steal on the defensive end, getting downhill, and another assist. Correct me if I'm wrong, on maybe 4 assists in the first quarter.
Yeah, Sam Newman really getting it done on the offensive end. Already with 4 assists.
Back. Boom!
And Borgnine gets a 3.
Jack's Bonner feeling good in the first quarter. He likes the matchup he's seeing.
Parkinson right down Main Street, and Jackson Borgnine is fouled, I believe, by Simon Chamberlain. So Gianni Parkinson will head to the line.
Now Coach Jake's got to make a decision. Jax Bonner has been very, very aggressive in this first quarter. He likes what he sees. He's made 2 threes in this first quarter. 1 in a mismatch, 1 in transition on a snatch back 3. So Jax is really feeling good offensively.
So Gianni Parkinson heading to the stripe. Of course, Parkinson on loan to the Storm this season from SLB side Surrey 89ers, a product of the City of London Academy down in Southwark. Of course, mentored by Jay Williams and Jackson Gibbons down there as he makes both of his foul shots. And really excelling last season under the tutelage of Lloyd Gardner and really doing a great job with the Storm this season.
Here's
Sales. Here is Oloraren. Shot clock at 8. Oloraren to the basket, too strong. And it's rebounded by Sokoli, the former London Lions guy. Walker in heavy traffic, doesn't get the fall, and Victor Oloraren is all alone.
On the runway. That's easy one for Victor in transition. Look for Hemel Storm to turn up the defensive pressure here.
Here is Nelson Henry. Oloraren moves on to 6. Ezzy. Nelson Henry can shoot them from there, decides to put the ball on the floor. Lovely pass inside, and Sokoli travels with it.
Nice decision by Nelson Henry to get downhill. Unlucky on the travel call. Okoli just got to be ready, get his free set and go back up.
32.4 to play here in the first quarter. It's been a very high-scoring first period, 32 to 24. In favour of the Aldermore Reading Rockets, as mentioned. 2 wins for them this weekend, and that'll put them joint top with the Newcastle Knights, who lost today against the London Cavaliers.
Oh, 2-3 zone by Hemel Storm. Inside the Cooper Creek.
Creek, a 2 from the elbow is no good. Victor Oloraren is blocked, but a foul was called before the block. And Darian Nelson Henry, the University of Pennsylvania man, can't believe it. But he'll go to the line.
Great rebounding tenacity by Victor, averaging 6 rebounds on the year.
There's Jack Rolich and Lewis Walker-Everton, the official, having a chat. And mentioned, of course, the strong Australian presence here, and it's great to have a few the few Aussies watching here today. And there's also a bit of a welcome back for referee Lewis Walker-Everton, who last time he refereed a Reading against Hemel game was inadvertently whacked in the face by Reading head coach Samit Nurizadeh. He got a nice little shiner for that as well. And coming into the venue today, Lewis Walker-Everton did a very astute job of letting me know about that and telling me not to mention it on commentary. So once he watches this game back, I know what his reaction to that will be.
It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game.
Ola Aaron splits the foul shots, and now Cooper Creek will go to the line.
Great rebound by Cooper, averaging 6 rebounds in a year. That's another example of that. You're able to bump inside and get inside space to get that rebound. No 2 extra free throws.
And Cooper Creek, a guy who kind of struggled in the early going of the season, particularly in the BCB Trophy, but really, as the season has progressed, has really improved nicely. A really good glue guy for this Aldermore Reading Rockets team.
1,000%. I was doing a little bit of research for the game. I saw that Cooper was actually 100% from the free throw line. So,
yes.
Excellent shooting from the free throw line, you know. So, hopefully Cooper can keep it up. Right on cue.
And the commentator's curse does not affect Mo, does it? As Cooper Creek hits both of his foul shots. Here is Parkinson. As the shot clock is off, we wind down the first period here at Loddon. As Sokoli, the lefty, doesn't get the corner pocket 3 to go. Olarerin now with 1 second to go, gets it to fall on the buzzer. They'll look at that, they'll review it.
That looked good from up here. Imagine he just about got it off his hand. That should be basket good.
And the referee's not even going to look at it, they'll count it. So that ends the first period, and what a first quarter for the Aldermore Reading Rockets. 37-24 to the good against the Hemel Storm. And 59% from the field Reading are shooting right now, led by Jax Borknight, who has 11 points. Victor Olarerin has added 9 points to his tally with that buzzer beater. A really good first quarter for Reading, executing the ball at both ends.
Yeah, and 37 points in the first quarter. That's an amazing job by the Reading Rockets. The pace, ball movement on offense, also get some quality three-point looks as well. Towards the end of the first quarter, able to get the offensive rebounds, going back up, converting from the free throw line. This is a Reading Rockets recipe, you know. So,
and for the Hemel Storm, they're not actually doing too badly themselves. They're shooting 60% from the floor. However, they've shot 7 less field goal attempts than Reading in that first quarter, and that comes to numerous turnovers. Braden Inger, though, 9 points leading the way, however, held scoreless for the final 3.5 minutes.
And part of that is can you win the non-Nelson Henry minutes? So when you see, when they have a smaller lineup out there, you can see Ty and Cooper are able to get those offensive rebounds to then punish them on the glass. So going forward, can they minimize their offensive rebounds, minimize the second chance opportunities, and they get on a run?
Well, we're about to start the second period, and well, so far so good for the Reading Rockets. As mentioned, shooting at around 60% from the field.
And Hemel's been a little bit unfortunate through the long rebounds have kind of fallen to the Reading Rockets when they're able to get out and transition and finish at the basket. So let's see what happens in here in the second quarter.
Well, there has been some defensive lapses from both teams in the early going. Hemel actually has the second worst defensive record in the BCB. Only Bristol Flyers 2 concede more points than the Storm do, but offensively they do a very good job. But they missed their first attempt at the second period. Here is Nsangu. Nsangu on the fall away, no good, and it's rebounded by the 7-foot Darian Nelson Henry. Newman to Inger. Norman, former NBA G League player with the Texas Legends. Here he is again, a 3, misses that though. And the ball will go out of bounds, it will go to the Rockets.
As the ball reverses, gets to Sam really wants to find his open teammates, distribute the ball, find an assist.
Here is Yusuf Seller. Of course, making his home debut here tonight. What a start he has made to his Rockets career. Had 14 points last week against the Loughborough Riders. Here is Sales. And now with 4 to shoot, Seller has to put up something. Turnaround midi is money.
That's a tough shot. Reading was a little bit out of sorts seeing that 2-3 zone, but Yusuf able to bail him out.
Nelson Henry, Sakoli. Mergim Sakoli misses the 2 inside, gets his own rebound, and doesn't get it to fall again. Ball is batted around. Newman comes up with it at the top, and he'll reset.
Ty was able to rearrange that shot.
8 seconds to go on the shot clock. Norman, a 3 is money.
Defensive breakdown down there. Exxon able to find the open man.
Hemel are 9th in the BCB for 3-point percentage. They average just a shade under 31% as a team. But thus far, not doing a bad job. 3 for 6. Salah inside gets it to fall.
Now in this stretch here, can Hemel stay attached? Can they keep it close? Can they keep it close?
41-27 in favor of the Rockets. Here is Newman. Inga, corner pocket, buries a 3.
Beautiful distribution by Sam Newman, able to get downhill into the teeth of the defense after the pick and roll. Kick out 3.
Now timeout has been called by Samit Nurizadeh as he just wants to talk things over for his team. They've led by double digits for the majority of this second period, but Hemel getting into a little bit of a groove, albeit slowly but surely right now.
1,000%. Coach Sam can sense that he can feel the momentum shift in Hemel's favor. Great timeout by Coach Sam.
Well, both teams, as mentioned, have got quite the history. Of course, they were the top dogs last season in the old NBL Division 1. They were competing for the league title. Of course, Hemel came away with that league crown under the tutelage of Mark Clark. Reading Rockets coming away with 3 titles last season. But this season, it's opposite ends of the spectrum, whereas Reading are coming in 10-1. Hemel right now are 3-9. They've lost 4 straight games, and this is a really tough game for the Hemel Stormers. Gary Johnson comes over to us on the commentary table. This is a really tough game for Hemel, but talking to Coach Jake Rutledge today, he was saying that confidence is high despite losing Taylor Johnson. They wanted to get to work. They were eager for this game to happen. And so far, apart from a few spurts where Reading have got the better of them, they have matched Reading in all senses, haven't they?
1,000%. I love Hemel's pace and how they get out in transition and run. I think for Hemel, it's just on the defensive end, can they string together stops to be able to call back in this game? But they have all the pieces, they have all the experience. Hemel Storm will be a tough team to beat.
Hemel Storm are a very good offensive team. It's just the defense that is lacking if you look at the statistics. And it's kind of the same here today. Shooting the ball very well, but defensively just allowing Reading too many open looks as Creek hits a 3. And Cooper Creek from the wing, he now moves on to 8. Here is Newman, cross court to Rye. Into the game for the first time. Rye drives baseline at Borknight, and Borknight looked to have the steal, but referee says otherwise.
A tough shot by Cooper Creek off the step back 3. He's shooting 39% this season. He's doing a great job this year.
Of course, Jovan Rye, the brother of Aaron Rye, who of course had great success here with Hemel a couple of years ago. Perfect 41-0 record in all competitions before moving on to the SLB, where he now plays for the London Lions. Inga a 3.
Ingram beginning to get into his groove. That's another 3 for him.
11-point game, 6:36 to play in the second. Here is Borknight at the top, driving at Newman. Olarerin a 3. And that's off the back iron and collected by Nelson Henry.
No. Hemel running in numbers.
Norman, a three. And rebounded by Bryant. Now straight off to the races, the Rockets. Olarerin kicks it back out to Bryant. Here is Crete, wide open, splash.
Another catch and shoot opportunity for Cooper Crete. Great ball movement by Reading. Great shot by Cooper.
Reading Rockets shooting 7 for 10 from downtown thus far. And another steal, this time Borknight comes up with it off the steal from Bryant. Crete feeling it, but decides to kick it out. Here is Bryant.
Mismatch, Victor Olarerin and Nelson Henry.
And Olarerin wants the ISO. Olarerin driving, putting it up, but no good. Ball is loose and Matt Norman has it. Newman. Inga. Lovely move, and that'll be a goaltend. It was an impressive block. It looked good for the highlight reel, but it hit the backboard first.
Yeah, just unlucky in that block attack. It hit the backboard first before Ty touched it.
Certainly got the crowd off its feet, though, as Kai Walker will come back into the game, and Darian Nelson Henry will come out. Kai Walker, we mentioned the history of Hemel and Reading. Kai Walker, of course, formerly of the Milton Keynes Breakers, had 27 points in last season's playoff final against the Rockets. Was absolutely incredible in Manchester on that day.
He's been a nice addition to Hemel this year. Very solid player.
Such a reliable player, Kai Walker. Here is Borknight. Shot clock at 5. Borknight putting the moves on Norman. A good defender, and Borknight smacks the backboard, and that'll be a shot clock violation. And Matt Norman, for all of his scoring prowess, such an underrated defender, and we've seen what he's like there. Just suffocated Jax Borknight along the perimeter and forced him into a difficult shot.
1,000%, that was great defense. You can see he sat down on his drive, sat down on a three-point attempt as well. Great defense on that possession.
Newman. Veronese will check in momentarily. Here is Rye. Newman. And Newman puts in a three. In fact, it's a long two. He stepped on the line, actually. So, 10-point game, 4:42 to play in the half. And Borknight surveying what's before him. Nasangu rips it to Olarerin in heavy rush hour traffic, and he'll go to the strike.
Great kick out by Ty down low. Victor Olarerin able to get through the teeth of the defense, jump stop. Great explosive drive to the basket. Victor Olarerin at the free throw line, shooting 80% this year.
Javan Rye comes out of the game, and Veronese will check in.
Now with this lineup out on the floor with Bonai, Olarerin and Bryant, look for them to push in transition and get high ball screens early in the shot clock.
That was incredibly Hemel's first team foul of the second quarter. Both teams very disciplined thus far. No real foul trouble to talk about as we have passed the halfway mark here in the second period. Victor Olarerin hits the first. And Olarerin gets the second one to fall. Here is Newman. Norman. Working the ball nicely around the perimeter, Hemel right now, and lovely pass inside, and a foul. Matt Norman catching Reading off guard. Great find from Sam Newman. That's assist number 8 for Sam Newman, if you're counting it at home.
Fantastic job by Sam. I love that hit. I love that set back screen to get him open, and yeah, now it's at the line for 2. At the line for 1, sorry.
Well, as we said, Sam Newman averaging 10 assists a game, leads the BCB. Actually got the BCB's first ever triple-double as well back in October 18th against Loughborough. 11 points, 11 boards, 13 assists in that one. We've had another triple-double since. That went to Miles Brown of the Essex Rebels as Matt Norman connects on his extra attempt, and he'll check out, and Jack Bennell Hemel's longest tenured player at 13 years comes in, or 10 if you want to only include senior level.
Don't leave him open, he'll shoot it through.
And that's another, as you said, another player that loves to shoot from downtown, Jack Burnell. We've seen that on a couple of occasions this season. Bryant inside.
Great pass. Great job. Hey, you see him trying to deny Mink Bly, he just backdoor cut, able to get to the basket.
51-40 as we have played 6 minutes and a bit of change in this second quarter, and a travelling violation called against Braden Inga, and another whistle has gone. A technical foul has been called on Hemel's bench.
That's unlucky. I feel Hemel have a point. He drives, he gets fouled in the wrist, and you know now they're the ones with the technical foul. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Oh, Victor Olarerin now with freebies at the stripe.
No, Victor's loving his freebie right now.
Well, Victor Olarerin currently with 11 points.
On his way to his average, 23 points as he's averaging this year, 4th leading scorer in the BCB this season. You know, so
what a season he has had thus far, as referees are telling both teams to go to the bench. Unsure as to why exactly, as the moisture technicians are also on the floor as well. Well, we have had issues over the last couple of months with some flooding. Of course, there was a part of November where there was very, very heavy rain, especially across Berkshire. Hopefully that's not the case here.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
The referees are looking at the court at the moment. Now, where we are on the commentary booth, we are on the balcony right up above, so we can't obviously lip read unless you're very good, Mo, at lip reading.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible.
But the referees are looking at a certain part of the floor near the halfway line. Matt Johnson, Reading Rockets CEO, now looking and now walking away. Well, Reading Rockets against Hemel Storm games, they always, it's always a case of expect the unexpected in a sense, isn't it? And now I thought I've seen it all. We now have a baby wipe on the floor, and Jack Adams is wiping the floor himself.
This is just. I'm pretty sure this is what to keep the traction on the court, keep it squeaky clean for the players. You know, player welfare comes first.
Jack Adams, the assistant coach for the Rockets, also the head coach of the WNBL Division II women's side.
Having a fantastic year. He's doing a great job with the girls this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jack Adams.
Well, who needs a moisture technician when you have Jack Adams? Look at that.
Okay, give me the opportunity to shout out a young man.
That's exactly what he's doing.
15.
Does everything for the Reading Rockets organisation. A incredible servant of the this basketball club. Not a bad human being either is Jack, is he? It's Victor Olarerin now goes to the line, and we can restart the play as Olarerin makes the technical foul throw. So
Okay, so we're doing review.
This is a critical stretch for Hemel. Can they cut this lead down from 12? Can they keep it within 12? Can they cut it down to 12? Can they cut it from like 12 to 8? These little stretches right here is where the game goes away from you, or you stay in the game.
well, with that, Reading Rockets lead by 12, and now Victor Olarerin has a team high 12 points.
Malik Bryant after the matchup. Oh, unlucky.
Malik Bryant, yeah. Bit too fast for his own good. Ball goes out of bounds, and Hemel will get the ball back.
Sorry, I was having a drink. What happened?
That's Reading's 5th turnover of this game thus far. And here is Newman. Newman with 8 assists, but he also has 4 turnovers in his own right. And here he is on the ball. Ezzy to Burnell. They swing the ball nicely, 6 to shoot. Here is Inga. Inga too strong. And away comes Borknight, and Reading doing a great job. Transition, basketball, and Bryant the finish.
That's an example of how to run the transition.
Newman, lovely
assist.
find, but Walker overcomplicates the layup. Could have just gone straight up, but decided to go a bit more fancy with it. Borknight also misses the layup. Here is Newman. Burnell wide open, a three, splash.
That is Hemel Storm basketball for you. Getting out of transition, wide open, catch and shoot threes.
Borknight. 2:40 to play in the half.
Look for Malik to be aggressive here in this matchup.
Bryant against Ezzy. Bryant kicks it out to Borknight, shot clock at 4. At the elbow, Borknight a 2.
Great pump fake, great mid-range jumper by Borknight.
Newman, backdoor cut Ezzy, who kicks it out. Burnell again, no hesitation, but this time is off.
A little bit deep for that for Jack on that one. Look for Malik to be aggressive here again in the post-up.
Bryant. Great footwork and puts it in. Ball almost left his hand as he shot that as well.
Unfortunately, get the foul call there, but great aggressiveness by Malik Bryant.
Inga. Newman nearly carried it. Here is Inga again to Walker. Shot clock in single fingers. As Inga misses the 2.
Reading Rockets turning up the defensive pressure here as he look to pull away to end the first half.
Bryant.
Malik post up again.
But this time he's against Inga and stolen away by Burnell. That'll be a Reading ball, a Hemel ball, as that came off Olarerin last. Good defensive hustle there from Jack Burnell, and he'll take a place on the bench as his reward, as Matt Norman will check back in for the final minute and 24.
Yeah, Hemel have been a little bit unfortunate with some of the shots they've shot. I think for the most part in the second quarter, they shot some quality shots as well on offense. So now for them, can they keep generating wide open looks, generating some quality looks? And basketball's a game of runs. I'm sure they'll fall down for them.
Yusuf Seller will come back into the game as Victor Olarerin heads to the bench. Newman. Norman. And a wild pass, but a whistle went before that. And it was an offensive foul against Darian Nelson-Henry, so that'll be foul number 2 for the former Leicester Riders man.
Let's play it down, look to see if Malik Bryant looks to post up again, looks to exploit the mismatch down low. They've been getting some good looks out of Malik Bryant's post up.
Here is Borknight. Coming up to the final minute of the half. Reading up 58-43. Bryant driving at Norman. Bryant over Norman.
Again, another example why Malik Bryant shooting 60% from two-point range this year. Explosive driver.
Quietly getting the job done this season, as Newman was fouled by Borknight as Newman just about to pass it out to Walker.
Malik Bryant is such a tough cover. I don't know how you guard him down low. He's a strong guy, believe me.
Second foul for Jax Borknight. And Walker blocked by Creek. And away come the Rockets in transition. Chamberlain a 3, no, short. So a lot of time on the shot clock there as the ball is batted around again. Newman looked to shoot, but Borknight was in his vicinity. There is Walker, and this time he puts it in.
Quality drive by Kai Walker.
And Samit Nurizadeh has called a timeout with 23.8 on the clock to go in the half. 15-point lead for the Aldermore Reading Rockets. And like we said, 2 games for them this weekend, 2 wins. They're joint top of the table due to the Newcastle Knights losing today. But for Hemel, 4 straight losses thus far. 3 of 9, really wanting to get back into a groove. And thus far, they've performed very well. And offense has not been the problem for them this season. It's just been conceding points. And on the defensive end, of course, they've had some injury concerns as well. They're now at full strength, or kind of at full strength, if you want to include Akeem Silla in that. But it's the defensive side that's let them down a little bit this season, but offensively they've been absolutely fantastic.
I'm 1,000%. The keys for them is just make sure they keep Reading Rockets to one shot. Make sure you clean up the defensive rebounds. Tyus has some few offensive looks, offensive rebounds. Cooper Creek has some offensive rebounds as well. And then getting consistent quality good shots on offense for the Hemel Storm.
Well, if you've joined us on the BCB YouTube channel, thank you everyone so very, very much for joining us on a Saturday night. It's a rare Saturday night game here at Loddon Valley. We had 5 of them last season, a break from the traditional Sunday afternoon games here. Of course, Reading will be back in action tomorrow afternoon, but not here at Loddon Valley. They'll be down at their old stomping ground, Rivermead, which has seen many a legendary Reading Rockets game over the years. Of course, that place now massively transformed. It's very much transformed. In fact, the venue is on the opposite side to where it used to be as well. So,
well, you're giving me a Reading Rockets education right here.
No, it's just my age. It's just my age. Here is Borknight with the shot clock off. And that's the last we'll say about that. Chamberlain with the screen at the top for Borknight. Creek, no, he's stolen it away. Newman goes for the layup and doesn't get it to fall. Hemel Storm and the fans want a goaltend. That shot nearly went in. It was way after the buzzer. But the bench for Hemel and the fans want a goaltend.
That's unfortunate, but
yeah,
that's unfortunate.
Well, either way, it's half time here at Loddon Valley, and it's everything we'd expect in a Reading versus Hemel battle. But the Rockets hold a 60-45 advantage. As we look at the well, we have the replay. I think has just been shown, and it didn't really look like there was much in it. But so far, a very even scoring balance for the Reading Rockets, led by Jax Borknight. He has 13 points. Victor Olorarian has 12. Cooper Creek has 11. Malik Bryant also has 12. Reading shooting 60% from the field, and a very, very effective offensive first 20 minutes for Reading.
Yes, Jax Borknight, Cooper Creek has some great spells here offensively in the first half. Malik Bryant saw a little bit of maybe a secret recipe, perhaps attacking the mismatches down low, you know, getting some great drives towards the basket, being able to get down 2 feet inside the defense, kick it out to his open shooters as well. So look to see that a bit more in the second half, a little bit more, taking advantage of the mismatches, getting downhill, kicking out open threes. So yeah, great first half by Reading Rockets.
And on the flip side, Braden Inga leading the way for the Storm, a game-high 17 points. He started on fire, 9 points in the first 6 minutes of this game. Did go a little bit cold, but has picked it up in the second period. And Hemel, their field goal percentage has dropped from 59% down to 48% as we head to the half. And right now, what do you think has gone right? What's gone wrong for Hemel?
So I think, personally for me, I think it's about the consistency of great shots. They had that 2-3 minute spell, you know, where they had some one-shot offense. You know, some of those guys that haven't crashed the offensive glass per much. So Reading Rockets are doing a great job of keeping them to one shot and getting great looks on the offensive end. Can they get Nelson Henry a few more touches down low? So now the defense has to collapse, and now can they get wide open more catch and shoot opportunities for them?
So it's half-time here at Loddon Valley, and the Aldermore Reading Rockets hold a 60-45 advantage over the Hemel Storm. It's going to be an absolute barn burner of a second half. Join me and Mo in around 13 minutes' time. Hello everyone, welcome back to Loddon Valley. We're actually close to starting the third quarter as the Reading Rockets lead the Hemel Storm 60-45. And only just a moment ago, Hemel have just come back onto the floor. It was a very long half-time team talk in their locker room, but either way, they are trailing by 15 points going into this third period. John Hobbs and Mo Adepoju here on the BCB YouTube channel bringing you the action. And whilst we had the halftime break, Mo, a really touching tribute to Helen and Gary Johnson, of course, the founders of the Reading Rockets. Just in the New Year's honours list, they were given or received the British Empire Medal, the BEM, for their services to basketball and the wider community. For 26 years, they have driven this Reading Rockets franchise, and what a team, what a community it is, and you, of course, a big part of it. What have Gary and Helen meant to you?
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Gary and Helen for making me feel welcome. My first year with the Reading Rockets has been a blessing, and they're amazing people. I know my first conversation with Gary was very touching and moving, and he's just a great person as well. So, you know, congratulations to them both.
Gary serves as one of the people on the BCB board as well, and the projects he has upcoming for Reading Rockets, very special ones indeed. Of course, there's the men's team that you see before you, the women's team in the WNBL Division 2, a wheelchair basketball team in the BWB Premier Division, of course, you being part of the second team in NBL Division 2 as well, and lots of incredible clubs. And that's just scratching the surface, an incredible academy with loads of junior players as well.
1,000%, and you know, shout out to all the Reading Rockets coaches. They're doing a great job this year. You know, so
does that include you as well?
Yeah, I mean, my team picked up a nice little victory today. You know, so shout out to my guys as well.
Of course, Mo coming over from Kent today as his team had a game over there, and made it in very good time as well to come here. About an hour or so. Well, it was actually less than an hour, wasn't it, before tip-off, but you made it in good time, which was good.
Yes, shout out to my team manager. I know he's listening right now. I appreciate you, my guy, you know, so yeah, looking forward to the second half as well.
Of course, Charlie Haynes, his under-18 side playing in Worthing today at Sir Robert Woodard Academy in Lancing, playing the Worthing Thunder Bears. As we now start the third period, Reading up 60-45 against the Hemel Storm. They'll get the first possession. And Sele doesn't get that to fall. That will go out of bounds and it will stay with the Reading Rockets. Sam Newman, an avid football fan, getting his toe poke in as well.
He's to play a little bit of football himself.
But the ball will stay with the Rockets. 14 on the shot clock.
So early days here in this third period, and the Rockets get the ball back. 14 on the shot clock, a lot of time. Here is Bryant. Saleh was wide open there, but decided not to use him. Creek a three. Creek long, and here is Nasangu on the follow, bubbles it in.
Unfortunately, that's what happened. That's the consequences of the switch. Nelson Henry switches out to Malik Bryant, kick out free, and Tyler Nasangu is able to get the offensive rebound.
Newman, who has 10 assists in the first half. Nelson Henry just about collects it, and Nelson Henry gets it to go over Creek and Nasangu.
Look for Nelson Henry to be a little bit more aggressive in this second half to give him a bit of an offensive boost.
Saleh. Nasangu back to Saleh. At the elbow, Money.
That's a sweet spot. He loves getting into the mid-range area, his free-throw line extended and able to knock it down.
Saleh now moves on to 6 points. He had 14 points last week against Loughborough. Here is Nelson Henry. Newman. Swings it to Inga. Inga, corner pocket. And that rattles in and out. And the ball goes out of bounds. Looks like Tyler Sangu's foot was out, was it? No, a foul was actually called, excuse me.
And if you're Hemel Storm, just keep running the same action. Again, that's what we spoke about. Quality, wide open looks, unable to knock it down. But if they keep getting those wide open shots, that's exactly what Hemel Storm wants.
Walker. Newman. Newman can't get that to go, and the ball is loose. Creek on the deck.
Corner 3 just off the mark. Cooper Creek takes a hit.
Great job by Cooper.
Storm pick up their first.
I believe that's his 10th rebound of the game. So he's working. He's now got a double-double. Great job by Cooper on the defensive boards.
Cooper Creek 11 points, 9 rebounds. Excuse me, 10 rebounds now, as you mentioned, Mo, a double-double. Quietly getting the job done. Sally. Borknight, here is Creek. Creek nearly travelled with it, but composes himself and puts it in. He now moves on to 13. Norman, again, Hemel, quick head of speed up court, but turns the ball over. Now will go out of bounds, and Reading will pick it up.
And that's unlucky by Norman as he drive. Maybe if that was a Jack Brunel on the opposite side, he could have shot that wide open 3. So.
Borknight. Here is Bryant, here is Creek. Creek was double teamed there, here is Sally. A lot of time on the shot clock. Newman almost got the steal. Borknight, lovely pass to Sally. Sally gets past Norman, off balance, and gets it to fall.
Another example of that mid-range jump shot. Mid-range master in Yusuf.
Newman full head of speed. Beautiful reverse, doesn't get it to fall though. Adjusted his body well, but missed the layup. And Borknight slows it. Masangu looks to set the screen. And a whistle has gone. There was an attempted pick and roll there, but Masangu hit the deck, and I think a foul has been called on Matt Norman. And that'll be his second foul of the game.
Little embrace between Tyler Sangu and Matt Norman there. Talk about the, that screen that he set on him.
Tyler Sangu currently on 7 points and 5 rebounds thus far. Sally gets it back from Borknight. Sally a 3, and he splashes a 3. Timeout Hemel, and now the Rockets flexing their muscles. They lead 71-47. We played 7:02 to play in the third period.
And what a shot by Yusuf. I think this is exactly what Reading Rockets want. A balanced scoring from everyone. As you can see, 4 players in double-digit scoring compared to Hemel's 2. And that five double-digit scorers compared to Hemel's 2, and that puts a lot to the score line. So this is Reading Rockets' recipe for winning. If that makes sense.
And that's what Yusuf Sally will bring to this Reading team. A 3-point threat, a good defender as well. University of Idaho man. 6'2" guard, was actually on the honor roll at Idaho as well. And a really welcome addition to this Reading Rockets side.
And it always helps when we can bring a guy off from the bench and add that added layer of scoring as well. I think he has 11 compared to Hemel's bench points, 7 bench points. So Yusuf himself is outscoring Hemel's bench, and that also helps, Reading Rockets with their ball movement. And now you don't know who's stopping on the defensive end if you're Hemel Storm. So great job by Yusuf being ready and coming in and making an impact.
Here is Norman. Still in great voice, the Hemel Storm fans. Great to see a huge Hemel Storm following here at Loddon. There's a lot of them watching this live stream as well. Good to have you all on board. There's Braden Inga putting the moves on Creek, puts it in.
think there could have been a foul right there, but did a great job by him for a fantastic effort.
Borknight, lovely pass to Creek. Creek stops but turns the ball over. 3 on 2, and Inga the layup, and good stretch here from the Storm, and the gap is cut to 20.
Even though they're down, I'm loving the energy from the bench from Hemel Storm, being engaged and giving energy to their guys on the court.
Borknight from the elbow.
Quite a few times they're able to get in that free throw line area and shoot that mid-range jump shot. Great execution by the guards on the Reading Rockets.
He played 4 minutes as Ezzy down the lane and throws it down.
I mean, if Reading Rockets play defense like that, I mean, Veron Ezzy, we're very happy.
Veron Ezzy down Logan Valley Boulevard, open lane, and made no mistake. Here is Borknight to respond. Good defense from Newman, and away come the Storm. As said, a good stretch here from Hemel. Nelson Henry. And Newman will slow it. Newman putting the moves on Creek, bit of a mismatch here. Norman catch and shoot, and that's off the back iron, but Newman collects the offensive rebound, and Norman hangs and finishes. Timeout Reading. Good spell there from Hemel, and they've trimmed the deficit from 23 down, and it's 73 to 55.
And great offensive execution by the Hemel Storm, able to get downhill and get the looks that they want. Sam Newman with another assist that we spoke about as well, so great execution by the Hemel Storm.
Newman now on 11 assists, his first assist of the third quarter. Had 10 assists in the first half. In fact, for the first 5 minutes, he had 6 assists. So it's taken him 5 minutes, or nearly 5 minutes in the third, to get his first assist of the second half. But a great stretch for Hemel, but a good timeout for Samit Nurazani.
Yeah, and he can sense that the offensive momentum is shifting to the Hemel Storm. I think Hemel Storm really have to be consistent now of a balanced scoring effort. So now they can get multiple guys in double digits, as we've seen before.
Well, a fantastic crowd here inside Loddon Valley. It's a rare Saturday night game for the Rockets. As mentioned, they traditionally play their games on a Sunday afternoon, and a lot of the coaches, you as well, Mo, usually you come down here to Loddon on a Sunday when you're not, your team are not playing, but a number of the coaches here that are part of the Reading Rockets had to really sprint down the motorways, including yourself, to get here tonight. It's great to have you all on board.
But yeah, I agree, and you also got a game tomorrow as well, so
yeah.
double header. So, double header for us and Reading Rockets as well.
No trip to Rivermead tomorrow for Mo. Here is Malik Bryant. Bryant inside, Bryant hangs, air balls, Nasangu on the follow.
Again, a great job by Malik Bryant attacking the mismatch and tying Nasangu with an offensive rebound, but it cleans it back up.
Newman to Ezzy. Ezzy with the Euro, finds Newman. Nelson Henry, I don't think was expecting that. And now Reading out in transition, but Olorarian can't hang on. And the ball goes right into the Reading Rockets photography team.
Good hands by Creek on the steal, and that's unfortunate. You get the defensive stop in the steal, and that's unfortunate, So great defense by the Reading Rockets.
Reading's 9th turnover of this game. Hemel have managed to keep their turnovers down in this second half. What a find from Newman, and Matt Norman the score.
Another Sam Newman assist. He really knows how to survey the floor.
Matt Norman didn't even drive along the baseline. Matt Newman almost forced him to go backdoor there, and he got the score. Here is Salim. Shot clock in single figures for Reading. Shooting 61% from the field. Bryant inside Nasangu, and the shot clock had expired. The whistle had gone. Now the referees are going to have a chat about this, just to see if it was a shot clock violation or the whistle had gone.
And what Reading Rockets love to do, after pick and roll, if they switch, they love to exploit the mismatch. That's another example there with Nelson Henry on Malik Bryant. Malik Bryant attacking downhill, who's able to double off the tie, and great patience down low for a tie, and now he's at the free throw line for 2.
Laquan Sales will check in for Reading. Braden Inga will come out for Hemel. Mergin Sokoli will come in.
Reading Rockets is tough because you have, Jax Bonner that can attack downhill, Victor Olarerin, Malik Bryant. So that's 3 guys that can get in down to the teeth of the defense. With Cooper Creek's ability to shoot from the outside and Ty's, explosive nature to get finished in the basket. That's a hard recipe to stop.
Ty Nasangu back at the stripe, and a player who has really improved his three-throw shooting since coming to Reading. 47% he was from the stripe when he was at London Elite, and came here and has really improved on his percentage, works on his free throws quite regularly, and hits the first.
And a free throw who can shoot free throws is always an amazing plus, so great job by Ty getting in the gym and working on his free throws routine.
60% from the three-throw line this season, Ty Nasangu.
I know he's in the gym with Cooper Creek shooting those free throws.
He splits them, gets his own rebound, and kicks it out to Creek. Creek can't get the layup to go, but that will count because there's offensive interference from the Hemel players who can't believe it. Sarcastic round of applause from the Hemel supporters in the stands.
And I know they might feel hard done by, but it was an extended, but I did see that from here. Although I am on the balcony,
I think there's a technical foul has been called as well, as Jax Borknight and Simon Chamberlain will come in. Malik Bryant checks out for Borknight. Kai Walker will check in for Sam Newman. Simon Chamberlain is looking to check in as well, and that's probably for Cooper Creek, who's got free throws. In fact, there'll be free throws for Cooper Creek. So it wasn't offensive interference, it was a foul, excuse me. And Creek misses the first.
Unfortunate to miss that free throw attempt. But, I mean, done a great job to shoot 100% from the field thus far, so.
Creek makes the second, 9 of 11, 9 of 12, excuse me, from the free throw line here tonight, as Creek now comes out and Chamberlain comes in.
I figured he did a little expression to Coach Ben Fisher on the bench. I'm sorry, Cooper, my fault, my guy.
Here is Tajani Parkinson. Tajani Parkinson with beautiful handles there, doesn't get the fall, and Nasangu rips it off Merjam Sokoli's fingers for the rebound.
And this is what I was speaking about. Can they win the non-Nelson Henry minutes and the non-Sam Newman minutes? Let's see what they can display on the defensive end.
Olarerin over Sokoli, gets it to fall. Parkinson, Sokoli off the window, too strong. Ball is loose. Tajani Parkinson and Laquan Sales on the deck. Jax Borknight follows.
That's what we want to see.
And that's a coach. That's what you love to see. Even though you're down, you want to see that, that fight and that hustle and determination to get the ball. So, great job by Parkinson.
Well, the possession arrow favours Hemel. 3:03 to play in the third period. Reading with only 1 team foul in this third quarter. Incredibly disciplined thus far. And Hemel over the limit as Ezzy a 3, puts it in.
Knocks one down from the win.
79-60 in favour of the Rockets. Reading well on their way to 100 at this rate. Here is Olarerin. Nasangu, Borknight, great hustle defense there from Sokoli and Norman. Borknight keeps his dribble alive and is fouled right in front of the Hemel bench.
And that's a tough break. That's a tough break with 3.6 left on the shot clock. Now they get a fresh 14, so.
Merjam Sokoli with his second foul. Of course, Merjam Sokoli joining the Storm very recently from the Nottingham Hoods. Spent last season under Petr Bozic at the London Lions in the SLB. As Borknight at the foul line makes the first. One of only 2 players that has started all 12 games for Reading this season. Victor Olorerin is the other one. But otherwise, Samet Nurizade does chip and change his starting lineup quite a bit.
Yeah, and he does that just to keep the other coach honest, you know. So great job by Coach Samet.
Norman looked to cross over Borknight. Borknight wasn't having any of it, but Norman puts it in anyway.
That's a tough bucket by Newman. After the crossover, getting downhill, shooting that little through-for-line push-shot.
Now, Borknight did stay with him, but it was better offense. Here is Sales, loses the ball. Olorerin wide open a 3, and that's long. And the Sangu and Parkinson fighting over it. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go to Hemel. 2 Londoners there going after the loose ball, and that's just typical of how Londoners play their basketball. Fierce, all determination, no fear.
And again, great intensity on the glass by Ty. He's working with 8 rebounds thus far. He's working on getting 10 rebounds this game. So, yeah, great job by Ty. And obviously, Nelson Henry's not in the game. So, can you capitalize on the offensive end and score inside? So, great job by Ty. Unlucky on the rebound.
Braden Inga coming back into the game for the Storm. Parkinson. Ezzy to Norman. A lot of time on the shot clock. Here is Parkinson. Weaves his way, goes to the foul line. Short, rebounded Olorerin. 1:35 to play in the 3rd period. Borknight. Uses the screen from the Sangu, shot clock at 8. Bit of a mismatch here. Borknight looking to go to work. Sails a 3. That rattles in and out. And Chamberlain can't get the follow. Sokoli now a bit out of control, and an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on the Rockets. So Hemel will get free throws and possession with 1:09 to play in the 3rd.
That's unfortunate. I think he made a play on the board just to stop the transition. Referee saw it differently, called an unsportsmanlike foul.
Foul in transition.
Now, it looked like the foul was called on Chamberlain, but it must have been on Olorerin, I think. Because Creek is, Chamberlain is currently on 3 fouls, and the 1 came up, so it must have been on Olorerin. As Sokoli misses the first.
And just looking at the box score, all 5 starters for the Reading Rockets are in double figures. So I know Coach Samet is happy about that.
Even scoring spread. That's something Samet Nurizade preaches, getting everyone involved. 81-63, and Hemel will get the ball back and a fresh 14 on the clock.
Will be Storm possession.
Norman to Parkinson. Parkinson hangs, and now Dejani Parkinson will go to the strike. And in about 5 seconds, Reading Rockets now with 2 quick team fouls, so that's team foul count number 3 for them. Hemel over the limit.
I must say, Norman, he's impressive with his dribble. Great composure, attacking downhill. He knows how to drive using his angles. He does a great job on the basketball. His defense collapses. He knows when to kick out. I'm very impressed with Norman's game today.
Yusuf Salih comes back into the game. Jax Borknight takes a seat. 59.2 on the clock. And Dejani Parkinson makes them both. Salih in a bit of trouble here, and finds Bryant, who gets ahead of speed. attacks the basket and a foul. What a score from Malik Bryant.
Amazing effort by Malik Bryant. You can tell Parkinson was trying to put a bit of ball pressure on. He was able to hold him off with his strength. Great layout towards the basket, and one finish by Malik Bryant. Fantastic job.
And an efficient 14 points now for Malik Bryant. As Cooper Creek comes in, Chamberlain comes out.
Malik Bryant at the free throw line, but again, he's a hard cover to stop. Once he gets downhill, I mean, if you jump with Malik Bryant, I mean, good luck to you, because that's a tough cover to stop.
Shot 54% last week against Loughborough, with 12.7 rebounds. Shooting 62% from the field this season, as you were mentioning earlier on in the stream, Mo, as Nasangu gets the rebound off the miss from Sokoli. Hemel now shooting under 50% from the field. Both teams shooting the ball very well. It's been a really fascinating battle, this, as the ball is loose and Bryant comes up with it. Shot clock is now off, so final seconds of the third. Creek was open for a bit. Sally out of control, misses the fadeaway, and that'll do it for the third period. And Reading in firm command, leading 84-65, heading into the fourth and final quarter.
I think that's a great quarter by the Reading Rockets, able to get downhill and able to finish at the basket. Malik Bryant finding his groove, you know, attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line. This is a great recipe for success for the Reading Rockets.
6 players for the Rockets in double figures, led by Jax Borknight. He has 17 points and 9 assists. A really good all-round performance. And in the last 4 games for the Rockets, Jax Borknight has really shown what he is capable of at the point guard position and can really handle himself scoring the basketball. A really good offensive player, and he's proving it again here tonight.
And 1,000%. I know transitioning from the States takes a bit of time for you to adjust to the game in the BCB, but he's managed to find his feet when to be aggressive on offense. He's managed to, you know, get that attack downhill, find his teammates. He's doing a great job of that, of balancing, you know, those two hats.
We mentioned the scoring spread for Reading. You know, 6 players in double figures. Braden Inga leading the way with 21, a game high for the Hemel Storm. And only Matt Norman in double figures with 18, but everyone else on 4 and 5 and 3 points. So not much support there for Norman and Inga.
And you can see that in the score where, you know, it's about, for Hemel, it's finding that third and that fourth scorer where they can get into the 12s, the 15s, and now it's a much more balanced scoring effort. Compared to the Reading Rockets, now you don't know who to stop because everyone now is a scoring threat, starring in their roles, you know, so let's see what they do in the fourth quarter.
Well, Darian Nelson-Henry averages 16 points a game this season. He has been held to just 3 points so far in this one. He's on 3 fouls. Here is Bryant. Kicks it out to Creek. Creek, a pull-up J. And doesn't get that friendly roll. Of course, Loddon Valley infamous for its dead rims here. Well, that one doesn't fall. That was a good little find from Newman. Rye couldn't hang on. Newman gets it back. Newman looking for the screen from Nelson-Henry. Kicks it out. Ezzy steps into a 3. And that's off the back iron. Ball is loose again. Rye comes up with it. Rye bumps Nasangu and scores. What a finish.
And I could tell, helping off Warren Essay, that's exactly what, you know, Reading Rockets want to do, but they're able to get an offensive rebound and score.
Creek at the top. Bryant. Sweeps are being thrown here at Loddon Valley while the action is ongoing.
Let me get one.
Bryant, Nasangu misses. Olararin on the follow.
Another, again, second chance opportunity. Great job by Victor.
And the sweeps keep on going. Charlie always manages to get a pack. I don't know how he does it.
Maybe Bailey can see me from here.
Here is Ezzy. Nelson-Henry, that was a risky pass and it's turned over. Olararin to the basket, no good. Nasangu just about gets it and puts it in.
Great job by Ty, finishing down low. Great finish.
Newman. Sakoli, no hesitation. Off to the left. And Ezzy doesn't get that to fall either.
And that's the brilliance of Ty Nsangu, being able to not get the rebound, but also alter shots and change shots. Great job by Ty.
Bryant to Creek, back to Bryant. Still a lot of time on the shot clock for Reading. Now it's at single figures. Bryant putting the moves on Nelson Henry, no good. Ball is loose and Rye comes up with it. Now Rye downhill and he'll lay it in. 4 quick points for Jovan Rye.
Brilliant job attacking down in transition. Great right-handed layup by him.
Of course, as mentioned, the brother of Aaron Rye, spent 5 years at Simon Fraser University, a Canadian-born guard. Here is Yusuf Salih. 4 to shoot for Salih. Goes to the foul line and can't get the fall. Good defense from Mergam Sakoli. Rye. And Rye, whistle is gone.
Hey, no, that was quality dribbling by Rye, able to, you know, get into the teeth of the defense.
As more substitutions will come on as Matt Norman and Braden Inga come in for the Storm, as Ezzy and Sakoli come out. Yusuf Salih will come out as well for Reading, and Jax Borknight comes in. As mentioned, Jax Borknight 1 assist shy of a double-double.
And Ty with a double-double, that's Ty and Cooper, you know, doing a great job on the rebounds and scoring.
This is why I have you here, is to just make sure that you know, I don't miss these things. So much happens.
Great teamwork.
It's more than just me talking, you know. Here is Olarerin. Olarerin full head of speed, and he'll go to the line. And that's how Victor Olarerin loves to play the game. Downhill, fast and furious. Attacks it well, and he'll head to the strike.
And that's tough because, you know, if you don't have your defense set, Victor can see that, and he does a great job at attacking downhill, whether it be 1 foot, 2 foot, and now, you know, now he's at the free throw line with 2, and he's able to knock it down. So, yeah, great job by Victor.
An 81% foul shooter for the season. Victor Olarerin now in his 2nd season with the Rockets, a firm fan favorite amongst the Loddon Valley faithful. Of course, another Londoner as well, a North London boy. Born in Tottenham, but doesn't support Tottenham Hotspur, I might add. He's now, funnily enough, a Manchester United fan of all teams.
Shout out to all the Man United fans. I know you won 2-0 today. You know, you can enjoy this one today.
Olarerin now moves on to 17 points. And make that 18. And the Rockets now lead by 21. Their biggest lead of the game has been 24. And Norman couldn't hang on, but Newman picks up the loose change. Norman, the teardrop, buries it.
And Norman, he's doing a great job of scoring the entire 2-point range, you know, so looks for him to be a bit more aggressive down the stretch.
The whistle has gone.
And again, with this lineup out on the floor with Victor Olarerin, Malik Bryan, and Jax Barnard, look for them to attack downhill, look for Ty down low, and Cuba shooting well from the 3-point range this game. So, yeah, let's look what Hemel does on the defensive end.
Bryan, oh, too easy. It's a good find from Borknight to Malik Bryan.
And I know Jax is happy about that. Now he's got his double-double as well, you know, so.
I let you have that one. Here is Norman. Blows the layup, and here is Bryan. You're welcome, by the way. Here is Olarerin, nearly travelled with it. Creek has it instead, and the whistle is gone, and the ball will go to Hemel.
Great job by referees right there, you know, so great spot. Unlucky, I know Malik saw it late into the basket, looking at attack downhill again, so yeah, great defense by Hemel.
Jack Burnell coming back into the game as Jovan Rai comes out. Good stint for Jovan Rai off the bench. 4 points in quick succession for Hemel. Some good playmaking ability as well for him. Burnell. Inga loses the handle, and Nasangu says thank you very much.
That's unlucky there. That's unlucky there. He saw a lane, and yeah, he was unable to get it to fall.
So you notice Reading very methodical now with their offense. Not breaking in transition. Now they're looking to work the clock. They do lead big here. 4 to shoot for Olarerin. Bounce past the Creek. There's Nasangu. And the whistle has gone, tying Nasangu to the strike.
And that's beautiful ball movement. You know, he could have gone ahead in transition, but decided to pull it out. Ball movement, ball reversal. Now ties at the line for 2 free throws. I believe that's Nelson Henry's 5th foul.
It is, yeah. That'll be Darian Nelson Henry done. As time Nasangu will go to the stripe, Veronese into the game. So Hemel now no choice but to go quite small as Braden Inga will effectively play at the center position, and Veronese will play at power forward. As Nasangu misses the first, and Reading with Ty Nasangu on the floor alongside Cooper Creek. So they have quite a big front court there, haven't they?
And now with Nelson Henry out, look for them to crash the offensive glass and clean up as well.
Last week against London Cavaliers on the offensive glass, Hemel were out-rebounded 20-4. As Burnell in his favourite spot of 3, but doesn't get it to fall. Ball is loose. Creek has it. In this game as well, Hemel actually doing quite well on the rebounding side. Creek misses the 3, and Olarerin looking for the Showtime tip, gets the ball back and puts it in from downtown.
Classic Victor Olarerin, you know, unlucky to get that offensive rebound, but relocates to the corner for the catch and shoot 3. Great pass by Jack Barnett again. Newman on 14 assists.
Norman using his body, but doesn't get the layup to go, in frustration as he smacks the floor. And again, Reading, despite the advantage, not breaking in transition. There's Creek for the flush.
Amazing effort by Jax. Timeout by Hemel Storm. But again, Jax Brenner getting down to the teeth of the defense. Great offensive spacing by the Reading Rockets. Pass to Cooper Creek, and then a great finish for the 2.
4:07 to play, and the Rockets running away with it.
And that now, for tomorrow, obviously this game is not finished, but for tomorrow, if you're the Derby coach, how do you stop this balanced scoring effort? Now, Victor Olarerin, he's got 21 points, but then you also have Jack Brennan with 17 and Malik Ryan with 17. So going into tomorrow's game, who do you stop from scoring?
Yeah.
You know, so.
Of course, Derby as well, coming off a loss on Friday night to the Nottingham Hoods, the resurgent Nottingham Hoods. That's their 3rd win in a row, and you're playing a Reading Rockets team who are now heading what looks to be, you know, even though with 4:07 to play, their 4th straight win as well going into that game. It's going to be a tough one if you're the Derby Trailblazers, especially against a Reading team on the back of a really good performance thus far, and potentially could be joint top by Sunday evening.
1,000%, and I know Coach Samet is saying in the timeout to keep your foot on the gas, keep your foot in the gas, keep playing well, because all these minutes matter, you know, in terms of quality performances, especially for tomorrow as well. So great job by the Reading Rockets. Let's see how they finish the game.
And all roads, speaking of Nottingham, all roads will lead to the 28th of March. It'll be the BCB Trophy final between the Yorkshire Dragons and the City of Birmingham Rockets. That should be an absolutely incredible day. Looking forward to being there, seeing all the great fans in Nottingham. Ezzy. Ezzy blocked by Creek, but Ezzy gets the ball back. Ball is loose. It'll be a Reading ball that came off Veron Ezzy last.
That's great defense inside, way to protect the basket. Unlucky by Veronese, he was able to get downhill, but unable to finish.
Reading Rockets shooting 55% in this one. They have scored 15 points of 13 Hemel turnovers. Hemel have only turned the ball over 4 times in this second half. Burnell with the steal. There is Inga. Inga doesn't get the 3 to fall. Creek on the deck. And it looks like Simon Chamberlain will check in, what I'm assuming for Cooper Creek.
And you mentioned the COB Birmingham Rockets in the trophy final. They had a nice little victory against the Bristol Flyers, 87-66. So they're really playing quality basketball as of late.
Of course, loads of action happening across the country, as Mo alluded to. Birmingham Rockets getting a good win against the Bristol Flyers too. Still yet to pick up a win this season in the BCB, despite some really promising showings from Chris Bourne's side. Milton Keynes Breakers now 6 wins in a row, beating Loughborough 92-70. And the Yorkshire Dragons getting back in the winning column as they beat the Bristol Hurricanes. And as we mentioned, London Cavaliers beating Newcastle Knights earlier this evening. That's a big result for the Aldermore Reading Rockets.
It's hard to win in the BCB. You gotta have talent, you know, from top down. Everyone can score the basketball. Everyone can defend at a high level. You have to be really on your A game to get a win in the BCB.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Jake Ruthage speaking to him earlier on, and you know, he was saying that any team can beat anyone in the BCB. It doesn't matter what position you are. Any team, you know, can win on any given day. And Bristol Hurricanes, of course, just the 1 win this season, but they've been unbelievably close in numerous games thus far, including against Newcastle, where Jerron Thames actually scored on the buzzer to give them a win over the Hurricanes. And Bristol Flyers too, despite being 0-14, they've showed incredible promise as well. Here is Borknight to Chamberlain. 4 to shoot. Great defense from Burnell. Borknight springs free, and with 5/10 of a second on the shot clock, Jax Borknight is fouled, and he is going to go to the line. Foul is called, I believe, on Sam Newman.
But I think from a player's perspective, that's exactly what you want. You want to be consistent, like, and again, like, when you keep attacking, good things happen, and that's a result of that, you know. So great job by Jax.
First foul on Sam Newman today. As Borknight makes the first. 73% foul shooter for the season. 12 points, 6 assists, 2 steals last week against the Loughborough Riders. As he makes the second.
They put a quality performance in today. Obviously, the game is still going, but 19 points and 12 assists. That was a quality job by Jax tonight.
And now Reading on the infamous 99. 1 point away from triple digits, and still 2:50 to play. Norman. Bit of Euro stepping from the American, and he scores.
Tough finish. Great Euro step in traffic. Great finish by Newman.
Creek. Chamberlain. Here is Borknight. Shot clock at 7. Sales. Excuse me, that's Luca Bakari, and there is the 100 up as Jax Borknight puts in a 3.
Great job by Jax. Hey, deep threes, that's where he loves to shoot, and he's a great shooter from the outside.
My apologies, Malachi Hassan Taylor went into the game for the first time.
Product of the Reading Rockets under 18s Prem squad. Melo's done a great job this season, so great to see him out there.
Malachi Hassan Taylor averaging a shade under 9 points a game for the academy side in the EABL. And now Laquan Sales will come into the game as Samet Nurizadeh starting to clear the bench. Newman. Newman wanted Ezzy to cut there, and that'll be a shot clock violation, and Newman now having a quick chat with Veron Ezzy, just telling him you've got to cut to the basket and not be static on offense, and that was a very static offense on the whole there from the Storm, and it's going to end up in defeat, you know, for the Hemel Storm, but it's been a really encouraging performance for them here tonight, hasn't it?
I agree, and again, Reading Rockets, they're in hot form, but as you said, you know, winning the last 4 games. I think for Hemel now is getting that consistent scoring from everyone on the team, and they've worked hard today, but unfortunately, you know, it looks like they're going to end in defeat tonight.
Reading on their way to their 4th straight victory in the BCB. That's an off-balance shot from Sally that misses. And here is Dejani Parkinson as we enter the final minute and 25 of this one. Here is Norman. Braden Inga. Tough turnaround, and he rattles it in. That was over Laquan Sales, who in his own right, a very good defender.
That's a great turnaround mid-range jump shot in the mid-range. So Inga can score. He can really score. Great job by him.
Sally a 3, nails it.
Great job by Simon Chamberlain, attacking downhill and able to kick it out to Yusuf. Great shot.
Also into the game for Reading, James Waterhouse for the final minute and a bit.
It's good to see the young guys getting in.
Yeah. Norman dances, puts a 3 up, doesn't get it to fall. And here is Hassan Taylor, but misses the handle there. Here is Burnell. And Burnell is fouled by Yusuf Sally.
You know, and with fouls to gifts, now with that foul, they can able to come set their defense and, you know, try and get another defensive stop.
It's only Reading's second team foul, as you mentioned, and 39 seconds are on the clock, and job done for Reading in this one. Their lead has peaked at 30 points, is what you see now. Braden Inga the layup, no good. Sakoli the rebound, and the easy finish under the hoop.
No, the scoreline might suggest an easy game, but watching the game, Reading Rockets really have to work hard for this one.
And you're right, they have had to work hard for this victory, and certainly 105-77 doesn't tell the story of what has been a highly competitive game of basketball. It's been very high octane, there's no doubt about that. As a 3 is up, and it's short from Malachi Hassan Taylor. Well, that would have brought the house down if he got that. And that'll do it. Reading Rockets get their 4th straight win here in the BCB. The Hemel Storm, the latest victims. And tomorrow the Reading Rockets will go on and face the Derby Trailblazers at the Rivermead Leisure Complex as they look to go joint top of the standings. And for the Hemel Storm, it's a 5th straight defeat for them. Braden Inga leading the way with 23. Matt Norman had 22. Sam Newman had 15 assists. 3 Reading Rocket players in double-double territory. Jax Borknight, 22 points, 12 assists. Cooper Creek, 16 points, 13 rebounds. And Tyner Sangu with 12 points and 13 assists. A really solid victory for the Reading Rockets, who shot a sublime 54% from the field.
And great job, as you said, a balanced scoring effort. When you get your starters, Jax Barnett with a double-double in scoring and assists, and Cooper Creek and Tyner Sangu in points and in rebounds, that's very, very hard to stop. So great job by the starters tonight, and also Yusuf coming off the bench. Great performance by the Reading Rockets tonight.
As the Reading Rockets applaud the fans here at Loddon Valley, they go down the road. We're about 10 minutes down the road to Rivermead tomorrow to face the Derby Trailblazers, who in their own right will look to bounce back following their loss on Friday night to Nottingham.
on efficiency. If you are interested, look at the FIBA live stats. You can see all the details.
As game night MC Bailey Tustin will announce the game night MVP for the Aldermore Reading Rockets.
The wonder from down under.
And it's going to be Cooper Creek. The wonder from down under, they call him, will be the game night MVP. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to the Reading Rockets on a hard-fought win here today against the Hemel Storm. My thanks to Mo Adepoju for his debut commentary here on the commentary box. I've been John Hobbs. Have a fantastic evening wherever you are. Goodbye for now.